Now you can rent all new releases or anything else for 5 days.
Really?
Yeah, so you can just enjoy it at your own pace.
Get the feel of it, the appeal of it, day after day, the good deal of it, cost-saving adventure.
We'll say goodbye to Hollywood. The parent company of Hollywood Video is closing nearly all of its metro area stores after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Do you remember the thrill of walking into a bustling mall in the 1980s? The smell of freshly popped popcorn mingling with the scent of new clothes? From the neon lights that guided us through vibrant store displays to the excitement of scoring the latest gadgets and fashion items, the 1980s were a golden age for shopping. From flipping through the vinyl records at a local music store, hunting for the latest cassette at the video rental shop, or waiting in line to grab the hottest new toy, these stores were more than just places to buy things. They were cultural landmarks where families bonded, trends were set, and dreams came alive. As we revisit these beloved establishments, we'll uncover what made them so special and explore how they influenced the way we shop today. Number 10. Hollywood Video. Hollywood Video, which started in 1988, was a major chain of stores in the United States where people could rent videos. It was a big competitor to Blockbuster Video. Did you know? In its heyday, Hollywood Video often set up shop near fast food joints to capitalize on the dinner and a movie vibe. They offered rentals and sales of VHS tapes, DVDs, Blu-rays, and video games. At its busiest time, Hollywood Video had many stores in states like Washington, California, Nevada, and Texas. Their stores were large, about 7,500 square feet each, and they held around 16,000 videotapes. Some stores even had up to 200 copies of really popular movies. However, as more people started using digital streaming services like Netflix, Hollywood Video faced problems. Fewer people were interested in renting physical DVDs or tapes. In 2005, another company called Movie Gallery bought Hollywood Video, but it couldn't survive the changes happening in how people watched movies. By 2010, Hollywood Video had to close all its stores because it declared bankruptcy. Number 9. Babbage's. Babbage's started in 1987 and was one of the early players in selling computer software. Fun fact, Babbage's name was inspired by Charles Babbage, the father of the computer. Founded by James McCurry and Gary Cousin, it initially focused on software retail, but soon saw the potential in video games as the gaming industry began to grow. Shifting gears, Babbage's transformed into a key retailer for video game products. This change set the stage for the birth of GameStop, a name that would later dominate the video game retail market. The transition from software to video games marked a turning point, propelling GameStop to become a major player in the industry. However, despite its early access, Babbage's faced challenges from the rise of digital distribution and online sales in the early 2000s. Eventually, Babbage's evolved entirely into GameStop, shedding its original identity as it adapted to new market realities. Number 8. KB Toys. Also known as KB Toys, this popular chain of toy stores in America was usually found in malls. Its logo was the iconic red and yellow that kids would recognize from anywhere. It all started back in 1922 when the Kaufman brothers opened a candy store in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. But things changed when they ended up with a toy company instead of cash from a candy customer. In 1946, they got serious about toys, opening up their own toy store. By the 1970s, KB Toy and Hobby had become known for toys in malls, using KB from Kaufman Brothers. They grew to 26 stores. By 1999, KB Toys was the USA's second largest toy seller, with 1,324 shops. But in 2004 and 2008, money problems led to bankruptcy. KB Toys shut all 461 shops on February 9, 2009, due to more people playing games online and shopping differently. Toys R Us took over KB Toys' leftover parts, including its site and names. Strategic Marks tried to restart KB Toys in 2019, but didn't have enough money. Now, KB Toys is closed, but folks still think kindly of its name. Number 7. Venture Stores. Venture Stores, established in 1968, was a discount department store chain that left a significant mark on the Midwest. Did you know that Venture was one of the first discount retailers to offer designer clothing at affordable prices, revolutionizing the way we shopped for fashion? Founded by John Geese, known for his work with Target stores, and David Babcock, an executive at May department stores, Venture aimed to offer affordable shopping options. The first store opened in Overland, Missouri on January 29, 1970, followed by another in Fairview Heights, Illinois on March 24, 1970. The chain quickly grew, operating more than 70 stores across cities like St. Louis, Chicago, and Kansas City by the 1990s. It became Chicago's largest discount retailer, rivaled only by Zayre Ames, known for slogans like "Save at Venture," "Save with Style," and "See what's new for you." Venture thrived until financial difficulties led to Chapter 11 bankruptcy in January 1998. Sadly, all stores closed within 6 months as digital shopping trends and shifting consumer preferences took their toll. Number 6. Blockbuster Video. Blockbuster Video, once a famous name in entertainment, revolutionized how we watched movies. Founded in 1985 by David Cook, it started as a single store renting out VHS tapes. Over time, it grew into a global giant with 9,094 stores and 84,000 employees at its peak in 2004. Recognizable by its blue and yellow signs, Blockbuster became synonymous with Friday night movie plans. Customers loved browsing through aisles filled with VHS tapes, DVDs, and video games, making choosing a film an event in and of itself. However, Blockbuster faced challenges from poor management and the rise of digital options like Netflix mail order service and video on demand. Competitors like Redbox also contributed to its decline. Those Blockbuster late fees, they were the bane of many movie lovers, but also a big part of Blockbuster's revenue. By the late 2000s, Blockbuster struggled financially, eventually filing for bankruptcy protection in 2010. The company closed its last corporate-owned stores by 2014, marking the end of an era. Yet, a lone franchise in Bend, Oregon, stands as a nostalgic tribute to its legacy. Number 5. Sharper Image. Founded in 1980 by Richard Thalheimer, Sharper Image wasn't just a store. It offered a peek into the future. Starting with the catalog selling jogging watches, it quickly grew to offer cutting-edge gadgets, electronics, massage chairs, and air purifiers. Picture visiting one of its 187 stores across 38 states, where you could find Ionic Breeze air purifiers, personal massagers, and alarm clocks that brewed your morning coffee. Sharper Image felt like a futuristic marketplace where you could try out gadgets before buying them. Sharper Image was one of the first retailers to sell the original Razor scooter, which became a massive hit in the early 2000s. Unfortunately, the brand faced legal issues regarding the effectiveness of its Ionic Breeze air purifiers. By 2008, after struggling with declining sales and financial difficulties for several years, the company declared bankruptcy. All its retail outlets closed, marking the end of an era filled with hoverboards, levitating globes, and gadgets that promised a glimpse into tomorrow. Number 4. Circuit City. Circuit City, originally founded in 1949 as the Ward's Company by Samuel Wurtzel, grew into a major player in electronics retail. It introduced the concept of the electronics superstore in the 1970s and quickly became a leader, surpassing $1 billion in annual sales by 1987. Walking into a Circuit City store meant encountering cutting-edge TVs, audio systems, and computers, with knowledgeable staff making technology accessible to customers. However, by the 1990s, strong competition from Best Buy emerged. Despite efforts to adapt, Circuit City struggled financially and eventually filed for bankruptcy in 2009, closing all its stores due to the growing popularity of online shopping and shifting consumer preferences. In a surprising twist, the brand was resurrected in 2016 by Ronnie Schmoll, who acquired it from Systemax. Circuit City staged a comeback, relaunching its website in 2018, symbolizing a phoenix-like resurgence in the tech world after its earlier downfall. Number 3. CompUSA. CompUSA, originally founded as Soft Warehouse in Addison, Texas in 1984, started by selling software and hardware to businesses. Within a year, they expanded to open their first retail store. By the 1990s, CompUSA had grown into a nationwide chain with over 200 locations, offering a vast array of personal computers, electronics, and tech gadgets in their megastores. They stood out by carrying both Apple's premium products and the popular Performa line. Did you know that CompUSA was one of the first stores to offer tech support services, setting the stage for today's Geek Squad and other in-store tech help services? However, faced with competition from other physical stores, strategic mistakes by management, and a slow shift to online sales, CompUSA began to struggle. Starting in 2006, they started closing stores that were not performing well. By 2008, only 16 stores were left, eventually being sold to Systemax. In 2012, the remaining CompUSA and Circuit City stores were rebranded as Tiger Direct. Number 2. Borders Books. Borders Books was started in 1981 by brothers Tom and Louis Borders in Ann Arbor, Michigan. What began as a small used bookstore soon grew into a popular chain. They opened stores not only in Michigan, but also in Atlanta and Indianapolis. Borders became a favorite spot for locals, especially those connected to the University of Michigan. By the 1990s, it had become a well-known bookstore across the United States. It wasn't just a place to buy books, it also became a community hub with its cozy corners and friendly atmosphere. Borders was one of the first bookstores to offer in-store cafes, making it a popular hangout spot for book lovers and coffee drinkers alike. However, as more people started shopping online and reading habits changed, Borders struggled. In 2011, they had to declare bankruptcy, and all 399 stores closed down. Barnes & Noble bought Borders' brand name and customer records. Although Borders is gone, it's remembered fondly by those who enjoyed browsing its shelves and sharing the love of books. Number 1. Lionel Kitty City. Lionel Kitty City, a popular chain of toy stores in America, began in the 1950s as Kitty City toy stores in Philadelphia. Lionel Kitty City was known for its catchy jingle, "Turn That Frown Upside Down," which became synonymous with the brand. In the early 1980s, Lionel Corporation acquired the chain, expanding it to over 150 stores across the country. Known by different names over the years like Lionel Kitty City and Lionel Play World, it became the second largest toy store chain in the United States at its peak. Despite initial success, Lionel Kitty City faced financial troubles during the early 1980s recession. In 1982, the company filed for bankruptcy under Chapter 11. Although it downsized to 55 stores, it managed to emerge from bankruptcy in 1985 with renewed hope. However, challenges persisted due to competition from discount stores and Toys R Us, as well as Lionel's ambitious expansion plans. Efforts to recover, including a merger attempt with Child World, ultimately failed. By 1993, Lionel Kitty City closed most of its stores, liquidating the business by June of that year. These iconic stores from the 1980s hold a special place in our hearts, symbolizing a nostalgic era of retail that we all fondly remember. Which of these stores do you miss the most, and why? Share your memories in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love a good dose of nostalgia. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on our latest videos. We've got plenty more nostalgic journeys and fascinating explorations of the past waiting for you. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep those 80s memories alive.